Welcome to News You Can Use, presented by Supreme Lending. News You Can Use offers timely information related to the housing and housing finance industry that we believe will benefit you and your customers. This is News You Can Use.
2020, what a year. It's going to be one that you and I, all of us, certainly are going to remember. We started the year with 3.5% unemployment, lowest in history, and 3.5% interest rates in our industry, lowest in history. And then we found out about this thing called coronavirus, and it changed everything. Talk about a game changer. It changed the entire year. It changed our lives, and it changed our industry. And then our industry actually recovered. And we're not even talking about the unrest that happened this year. We're not talking about the election that happened this year. It has been an extraordinary year for sure. Of course, the media has continued to remind us about all of it, and it's driven us a little bit crazy. That's why on one of our Personal Professional Best programs, we had Dr. Andy Ward show up. Why? So he could tell you how to manage stress in your life and the importance of managing stress in your life, because it's good for you to manage stress in your life. Manage it out of your life by focusing on being thankful. It's that time of year. Be thankful. And if you're thankful for all that's good, and you get out and you exercise and you eat well and eat right, and you say nice things to other people, you love your neighbor, guess what? You will be thankful and you'll have less stress. All right, let's talk about what happened. We shut the whole economy down. Oh my God. So here we go in March. We're set up to have a really good year in housing, 3.5. And then all of a sudden, we shut the whole economy down, and you went home a little bit afraid. So did I that day. And then I'm reminded in Scripture, 365 times, God reminds us, do not be afraid. Why? Because we shouldn't be afraid, because He's in control of what we're not in control of, which is a whole lot. All right, housing. It went down 20% and then 30% in April and May. And guess what happened then? It made the recovery of all time. It has been the shining star in the economy this year. We went from 3.5% unemployment to 14%, back down to 7%. No wonder you were a bit afraid, and I was a bit afraid. And guess what? And then it recovered. And this year, we're going to have one of the better years housing's ever had. The purchase money mortgage market's up this year about 15%. Guess what else? Rates are at an all-time low, and refinances went to an all-time high. That's right. Refinances are up 128% from 2019. Purchases are up 15%. In combination, they just created an environment which is a record year for housing finance. Amazing. Amazing. It's been an amazing year, but it's created a massive traffic jam for you and your customers. That's right, because lenders, their business this year is up about 70% when you consider both purchases and refinances both being up, and you cannot add water and stir and create another lender or another appraiser or another title company or another attorney. So you have this massive traffic jam where the demand exceeded supply, not just in housing, but for the demand of services in housing finance. And so this has created a byproduct, not so good, slowing down transactions, where your buyers and sellers don't want to slow down, do they? No, they don't want to slow down. They want to get things done, and so do you. Why? Because you want to get paid on time and faster if you can. And we want to help you do that. Start with Supreme. So listen, the industry this year is almost 60% all of the loans refinances. So the majority are refinances, not at Supreme. Why? Because we stayed laser focused on you and your needs and your customers' needs, so we could continue to go as fast as necessary to allow your transactions to be the ones, when you're representing buyers, that are most presentable to sellers, and getting things done as quickly as possible allows your profile to be the very best. Ours is 72% purchases. Why? Because we focus on your and your customers' needs in the purchase money marketplace. We always have, and we always will. That's why you should start with Supreme. So, talked about a traffic jam. Guess what? It's taking on average 54 days in America to close a mortgage. 57 for refis, 48 for purchases, 48 the average. If you put that in your contract, probably not real attractive to sellers, but you don't have to put that in the contract because you're not making wine. What you can do is you can put in your contract, start with Supreme, and you can get there in 24 days. We actually go faster when necessary. We go in 8 days, 9 days, 10 days. We can still do that, and we can still transact between now and the end of the year. No problem. Start with Supreme. We've created multiple videos, 3 to 4 minute videos, on this particular topic. How to go fast, start with Supreme, and specifically what does the customer need to do? What do you need to do to help us go fast? And then on appraisals, how to get them done quickly and make sure that the value gets the best chance of taking place. You and I both know what we're talking about now, don't you? It's a 4-minute video. Watch it. It'll give you information about how you can help the traffic jam and can help the traffic jam from an appraised value standpoint as well. All right. Adversity is the birthplace of best. That's right. We would never pray for adversity, but it is the birthplace of best because things that we do, our choices, our decisions that lead to adversity, that's not the birthplace of best. That's the birthplace of regret. But then things like coronavirus, things that are out of our control, like the election and the outcome of the election, what we do next, those adversities, they can be the birthplace of best because we should be thankful, start out thankful every day. And if we do start out thankful every day, that leads to best. You're not thankful once you become best in life. The best who become the best, they start out thankful and that's what leads them the best. That's right. Be thankful for all that's right in your life, not the things that are wrong, and that will lead to best. And the best way to demonstrate thankful is to love your neighbor, even the unlovables. And there's a few, and even those that you don't agree with, and there's more than a few. Right? In fact, we're not going to agree with everyone on anything, almost, but we can agree that we can be thankful and intentional in how we go about loving other people. So join us at Supreme. Start with Supreme. Here's our creed. I'm for everyone, not for everything, but I'm for everyone. Always be for everyone. Always be for everyone. That's where thankfulness starts and finishes. It appreciates the differences. You don't know what's going on with another human being who's maybe just not right. But if you invest and you bring your heart and your love and love your neighbor, you might just unlock some betterment for them as well. So this is it, the creed. I'm for everyone. I'm not for everything, but I'm still for everyone. All right, personal, professional best. If you've missed our programs, hey, listen, you can binge on Netflix or you can binge on our programs this Thanksgiving season. And I strongly encourage you to do that. Why? We got some great guests. We had Herschel Walker this year, Heisman Trophy winner. He went through a lot of adversity. He'll tell you about it and tell you about how you can overcome it. Captain Charlie Plum, talk about adversity. He spent 4 years of his life as a prisoner of war, 4 years of his life, and he's got a great story to tell. He didn't wish it would happen, but it made him his best because he chose to. We also had the Energy Bus, John Gordon, amazing about how to get your mindset right so you can live your best life. Don't you want to? Of course you do. And then we had Love Thy Neighbor. We had Dr. Gary Chapman, who is by far the best author on the topic of love. He wrote the 5 Love Languages, 14.5 million books sold later. Trust me, you will get so much out of it. And finally, last week we had Annie Stanley, one of the great communicators of our generation, talking about how to make better decisions so you have fewer regrets. Thankful for all of our guests. Thankful that they all participated in our Personal Professional Best program. Binge on it over the Thanksgiving season. These are some really cool messages that will help you be more thankful. They will help you get on the road to becoming your personal and professional best. Finally, I want to tell you we're taking off next week. News you can use. That's right. Monday following Thanksgiving, we'll be out. But we'll be back the following week. I'm so thankful. December 7th. Because we're going to have Doug Duncan, the chief economist with Fannie Mae, who's going to come in and give us a housing update for 2021 so you and I can know exactly what we need to do so we can have our best professional year ever in 2021. I'm thankful that y'all joined us again today, and I want to wish you and your families and your friends and your neighbors, even those that you disagree with, the very richest of Thanksgiving seasons, and I want all of you to join me. Be for everyone, even if you're not for everything, but still be for everyone. Love thy neighbor, wear your mask. Happy Thanksgiving. We'll see you again soon.